Founder of I See Wellness, which is a wellness studio and wellness brand here in Brooklyn. Every year we organize a conference at Weeksville, actually, called Zen Day. So some of you have already been there and experienced it. So this is kind of like my Zen Day this year, be here with you all. And I am here to teach you and to share some of my energy practices with you that have been helping me a lot in, not just in this time, but since the beginning of my journey, to stay grounded, to stay calm, and to stay powerful in myself. So I call it radical self-care, because when I was still working in corporate America, and there's nothing wrong with that, but when I was still doing that, I felt like it wasn't a match to my energy and I wasn't feeling fulfilled. So I took a radical step, which to me was to just quit everything, let go of everything, face all my fears, and just quit and jump and leap to the unknown. And instead of doing anything, I just wanted to be. So the idea of I just want to be, I don't want to do anything, I just want to be who I am and see what happens and surrender completely. So to me, that was really radical. So I created a whole business and also career to teach people how to do that. So that's just a little introduction about me. I'm also originally from Morocco, from Marrakesh. For y'all who've been to Marrakesh, you know the magic of Marrakesh. So if you are wondering where my accent is from, that's where it's from, although I've been in the US for a long time, so I'm kind of a Brooklynite at this point. And so the flow of this session, what we're gonna do is we're gonna begin by talking about some planetary energies. These are collective energy updates and what's going on with us all collectively. Hakeem says, Other Lord on radical self-care, caring for myself and is not self-indulgence. Yes, 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 exactly, exactly. It is an act of political warfare. It is self-preservation. All the yes to that. So we're going to talk about planetary energies, and then we're going to talk about some techniques, and I'm going to show you some diagrams to help you visualize them, and then we're going to do our energy practice together, and I'll guide you through it. It's going to feel like a meditation, but I call it an energy practice because instead of me just guiding you, you are actively involved. At any time, if you want to write in the chat, please engage in the chat. A lot of magic happens in the chat. You can raise your hand as well. If you want to raise your hand, you can click on participants and then click on raise hands. And at the end, I will take any questions that you have. So let's get started. So let's begin by doing some stretches. So if you want to just join me in closing your eyes and begin to take some deep, deep breaths. Breathe in through the nose and let go through the mouth. Breathe in. Release with a sigh. Breathe in. Fill your body with fresh oxygen, fresh energy, and let it go with a sigh. Now bring your arms up above your head and just stretch to the right or to my left. Then stretch to the other right. And begin to rotate your wrists, your spine. Just close your eyes if you haven't done so and just let your body move how it wants to move. Just bring all your energy in your body, rotate your head, your neck, your spine. I mean, you all are watching me, but nobody's watching you, so feel free to be all kind of weird and crazy with your movements. Take deep breaths and bring your arms up again. And imagine you're making a snow angel in the air. And I want you to imagine this beautiful bubble of energy around you. Imagine you have your own bubble. Everybody has their own bubble. And we're all in a bigger bubble together since we're here. Everybody watching and everybody who's going to be watching later is going to be part of this container. So just stroke your energy field, say, hello, we're here, we're gonna do some energy work. And when you're ready, you can bring your arms down and take one last deep breath. Breathe deeply, fill your body with fresh oxygen. And release with a sigh. Just tune into your body. And in this space, I'd like you to set an intention for today, what brought you here today to this experience, community care, maybe how you'd like to show up for yourself, for your community. Set that intention, and when you're ready, take a deep breath and release that intention out to the universe. And you can gently open your eyes. Come back. So let's begin. So planetary energies, what is going on energetically? So for one, we are going through a huge shift as a collective. We are at the beginning of a new age. Whether we know it, whether we can see it, this is something that is felt within us. And in this age, we are adjusting to new frequencies. So we might feel ourselves going from feeling peaceful to feeling anxious to feeling fearful to feeling happy and grateful. So this energetic shuffling and pendulum is very, very normal. So we are also, as a collective, awakening to a lot of harsh truths. Now, many of us are not awakening to these harsh truths. We've been awakened to these harsh truths, but a lot of other people are waking up to these deeper levels of harsh truths, and these truths that may trigger a sense of grief, fear, abandonment, lack, and chaos energy. So this chaos energy is very normal, because when we're going through huge shifts, what happens is things get chaotic before they stabilize. So I always say that chaos is an invitation to organize, to stabilize. So things have to be shaken up so that they can come down again. It's like if you have that glass of water with the mud at the bottom, if you shake it up, it's going to be all muddy, but then the water eventually filter out the mud and it'll settle down. So this is what we're going through right now. So chaos is an invitation to organize. Chaos is a necessary part of making changes, because if we don't have chaos, we have stagnation. So I would rather personally have a little chaos and then a long period of peace and reorganization, or stagnation, because the world as we knew it before wasn't the best it can be. So this is an opportunity to shift in a big, big way. So everybody is awakening to, whether they're already awakened or not, everybody's waking up to a new level of what's going on energetically and reaching new heights and moving up energetically. And this concept is called Ascension, if you're not already familiar about it. So Ascension is the process of waking up and spiraling outwards, getting closer and closer to your higher self and to your God self. And there's always a higher level. And this is not about hierarchy. It's more about like peeling an onion within you. You are already perfect. You are already divine. And it's just a matter of getting deeper, deeper within you. So it's less about going up, more about going within yourself. So this process of ascension on earth, the way we experience it on earth, it requires a lot of cleansing, cleaning, healing, remembering, integrating, and that's the fun of it, right? It's not always fun. We don't always experience it as fun per se, but that's just the experience that we have here on earth. So since we have been accumulating so much negativity, negatively polarized belief systems, social conditioning, you all know, all of this stuff gets stored in our body. So we have to actually do a lot of work, a lot of energy work and physical work like yoga and all the stuff that we're doing all day today to release this programming so we can finally be who we are, so we can be free and remember who we are. Because this is not about achieving something outside of you. You already are that. It's just a process of remembering deeper and deeper and deeper within. So how many of you, let me ask you all this, how many of you have recently become really sensitive to energy, as in like you see something or like you hear some piece of news or like something on Facebook or Instagram and you just can't deal? You like, you feel too sensitive to it. You're receiving a lot of subtle energetic information. Makeda says, I've always been like that. Me too. Me too. Yes, to the point of I'm unfriending people left and right. That's right. Yes, yes, yes. This is a very real experience. I've always been that way too. Same here, same here. But even those who have been sensitive are either like anchoring that their sensitivity or getting even more sensitive to subtler energies. So we're becoming hypersensitives in the dreams. Yes. We're becoming hypersensitive so we can start to carve our own path on earth, so we can start to take charge of our own vibration, of our own energies, so we can contribute something beautiful to the world. So we're being aware now of what is it that doesn't resonate with our energy, so we can do something about it instead of always accepting stuff as is. And this is a whole other conversation about boundaries. And I teach a boundaries workshop and we go deeper into that. But the point is that you're becoming sensitive. You're becoming more sensitive, and it's time to curate what goes in. And it's time to let this chaos show you, okay, now that there's chaos and everything flying around, let me just filter out what needs to go right now. Not because you don't like the other people, it's because you love yourself. So that's the radical part of it. So this is our collective call to do our personal healing work so that we can empower ourselves. Everybody has to take full responsibility of themselves so that we can all ascend together. So no more savior, authority programs, no more something outside of me is going to help me, because clearly they're not. It's never been true, and certainly now that those truths are being very much highlighted. You are your own savior. You are your own authority and have all the power, and it's time to tap into it. Okay. I know, Shannon, you raised your hand. I will give me a second and then I'll take questions in a bit. Okay. So the active energies right now are lack, fear, guilt, shame, anger, blame, overwhelm, boredom, disappointment. Now, what's also active is hope, optimism, gratitude, love, peace, joy, surrender. So anytime you see that something is intense and negatively polarized, like low vibrational energies active, be sure that the counterpart of those energies are also present. And it's time to, within yourself, within your own life, find your way to the more high vibrational active energies. So I'm going to show you a diagram to help you illustrate that, and just to give you an idea of how the spiraling works. So let me know if you see the spiral diagrams. Just say yes, no, yes, yes. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you. So the emotional guidance scale, and I just want to show you because I love these visuals. They really help me, ground what I'm saying. So look how, when we go down the rabbit hole and we just, feel really bad, look where it starts. It starts with boredom. Whenever we're bored, our mind starts to look for things to do and things to look for to go down the spiral. And then boredom goes into pessimism, to frustration, overwhelm. Next thing you know, you're disappointed, you're doubtful, you start to worry, and then you start to blame others, and you get discouraged and you get angry, and then you want to seek revenge, and then you're enraged, and then you're jealous and you're insecure. Next thing you know, you're in fear, you're depressed, and you are powerless. You're in victim space. And in that space, not to say that that's a bad space, it's just that in that space, you cannot help yourself or anybody around you. And when we talk about community care, we want to be able to first radically care for ourselves so that we can radically care for everyone else. Now, if you're in boredom, let's say, or pessimism, you can literally jump to gratitude, contentment, I love gratitude because gratitude is the hack. Gratitude is how you spiral upwards. You just look around you and be grateful for what's around you, for what's in your bubble, whether it's air, food, shelter, a friend, anything. Just your breath is something to be grateful for. And when you do that, you become hopeful, pardon me. You become optimists, and then you have more positive expectation and beliefs. Next thing you know, you're enthusiastic and passionate, and then bam, you're in joy, you're in love and freedom, and you're able to share that with everybody. I know many of you here want to help everyone, but you have to help yourself first, and know that by helping yourself first, you automatically help everyone. So this is just a guide to show you, like, whenever I am in this space, when I'm like in discouragement or anger, this is not necessarily a bad space. It's just not a space where I want to create from. So what I do is do whatever I need to do to raise my vibration and keep moving up, at least to optimistic or enthusiastic, and then I will create so that I can help people around me. Even if I'm just creating a tweet or a Facebook post, I don't want to create it from here so that I don't spread this energy, because when in terms of energy, there's no good or bad, it's just energy, and it depends what you want to spread. So I'm going to stop sharing. Hopefully this was a little helpful visual. Awesome. All right, so again, since we are in a planet of duality and we have free will, we must be aware that all of these energies are always available, and we have to choose our own adventure. So back to the planetary energies, what we have available to us, you're welcome, Karen. What we have available to us is that we can now start to choose, like, okay, I see where I am, what can I do to move here without pushing myself to move here, honor where I am, so that I can choose where I want to create from, and how I want to help, and what I want to contribute. Because your contribution to the planet is your energy. That is the most important contribution to the planet right now, is how you feel and how you exist. So when you feel lack, you can remember that the flip coin of lack is just gratitude. Find something to be grateful for. So this requires awareness of self, patience, self-love, and radical self-care. So to me, radical self-care is the practice of giving yourself what you need at the time that you need it, and dropping the ball on everything and everyone else. I'm gonna repeat that. Radical self-care is the practice of giving yourself what you need when you need it, at the time that you need it, and dropping the ball on everything and everyone else. To me, this is absolutely radical, because we are taught to tend to everybody when we are already empty. And I truly believe that once we fill ourselves, we have so much more to give, so much more to give. And that's what the world needs to heal and grow, and our community needs to grow and to prosper together, to thrive. So it's literally the idea of putting your mask on first, no pun intended, in order to get back into your flow so that you can help others. So the reason why I think this is radical too is because we have spent a lot of time giving and giving and giving, and not even knowing that we're giving. Even the way that we work is too much. How much we give to others, how much we give to the news, how much we give to, and it's like, that's energy. When you think about energy, it's like you want to preserve it and give it to people who need it and who want it, more specifically. So this whole process of raising your vibration, of radically caring for yourself, is really just that, raising your vibration and going from this lower vibrational of feeling victim and hopeless to something that's more higher, feeling gratitude or feeling ease or feeling flow. So again, neither of these are good or bad, because, and I like to say in my workshops, if somebody is in guilt and shame, which is the lowest vibration, I'm gonna share with you one more screen share real quickly. So this shows it to you in a different way. If somebody is here in this guilt and shame and grief space, and one day they are angry, this is not bad. When you see them angry, you think, oh, they're just angry. No, this is not bad, because maybe they were in guilt or shame before. And anger means you're raising your vibration. This is good. Of course, you don't want to get stuck in anger because then you're just getting by, but it is definitely higher than suffering. You want to keep it moving. Keep it moving to courage, willingness, neutrality, and eventually acceptance and reason and love and joy, and then all the way up. And know that you as a human, you can go through all of these in one day. The key is to not get stuck on anything, not even enlightenment, not even peace. Allow yourself to have the full human experience while giving yourself what you need. What you need when you're in guilt or shame or fear is not what you need when you're in willingness and acceptance. So this is about knowing who you are. Okay, good. I'm gonna stop the share there. All right, so how is everyone feeling? If you can tell me in the chat, and I will take your questions, I promise. Shannon didn't mean to raise my hand. Great. Okay, perfect. How is everyone feeling? Okay, good. Feeling good. Great. Thanks. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great. Thankful for you all. Wonderful. All right. So now I want to talk. Fantastic. I want to talk about something that I like to call a vibrational toolbox. Creating a high vibe toolbox. This is a virtual toolbox or a physical toolbox, if you want, filled with things that you do. Thankful and blessed. Thank you all. Filled with things that you do and activities that help you get back into your flow. So imagine if I have this, like, if it could be like a list of things, like a bullet point list, or an actual toolbox with things. I'll tell you about them in a bit. So imagine having a vibrational toolbox that every time you feel off, something isn't right, you go and you pull from your toolbox. Okay, this activity makes me feel this way, so I'm gonna go do that. So I'm gonna ask you right now, what are some practices that you do that help you get back into your flow, into your vibe? And you can just tell me in the chat. What activities? 80s music, yes. Dancing, music, movement, absolutely. Movement is huge in shifting your energy. And coloring, love that. Soca music, exercise, herbal medicine, cleaning, huge one. Reading, meditating, yoga, prayer, getting in the sun, yes. All of these, stepping outside, deep breaths, listening to binaural beats, yes, yes, yes. Being in nature, slow cooking, the sun, yes. Same. I love all of these. Flower essences, walking, sitting near water. Y'all speaking my language. All of these are my favorites too. Yeah, we have like meditation, be in nature, plant medicine, water, any water work, drinking water, taking a bath, yoga, qigong, movement, dance, hanging out with high vibrational people, listening to high vibrational people, spiritual practice, sound baths, my favorite. Children, yes, playing with children is absolutely high vibrational, will totally shift your energy. Gratitude journals, playing outside, foot massages. So all of these things that we think are like treats, they're not treats, they're actually like you need them. Gardening, yes. You need these to be a functional human. You're not here to work. You're here to be. You're a human being. You're not a human doing. You're not here to do anything. So remembering that, like, how can I, whenever you feel off, where do I, or what activity do I need to pull? So one day you might feel like, I would like to just sit in the sun. And one day there is no sun. So what's the next thing? Maybe gratitude journal can help. Maybe taking a bath can help, maybe nature, and you're always changing. So you're not always going to go back to the same place. You're going to want to inquire and ask yourself, what do I need the most today? Which is what I want to talk about next. So remember that this energy work is yours and only yours, and is so unique to you. So unique. I'm just giving you examples and perspectives, and you can come up with whatever techniques work for you. The sky is the limit. You're encouraged to be inventive. But I'm going to share with you some ways that I do it, and a technique that I came up with. It's called, I called it the 3-step vibrational process. So this is what I do when something is off and I'm like, okay, I need to like figure it out. So before going into my vibrational toolbox and digging into the toolbox, like, let me just do some yoga and I'll do that. But sometimes if you go and just do yoga and move your body, maybe you didn't listen that your body actually does not want to move. Maybe your body wants to rest. So you end up creating more suffering, unnecessary suffering. And the first thing you have to do is listen. So the first step is inquiry. The second step is inventory. And the third step is intervention. So the 3 I's, 3-step vibrational process: inquiry, inventory, intervention. So the first one, inquiry, is asking yourself before doing anything, how do I feel today? What is going on in my field, in my energy field, in your bubble? What's happening not outside, just here in your bubble? How do I feel today? And then you listen and take note, and we'll do this exercise together. And then you go into inventory. So then you know what you're feeling, you know what's present in your field, and then you do inventory of this energy in your body. Where in my body do I feel this energy? Where in my body is this energy active? And then you pinpoint it, and your body will tell you. Your body is smart, is a very wise instrument. Your body will tell you. And then you move into intervention. Now you can go to your toolbox. What can I do today to shift this energy? And you ask your body, you ask your feelings, you ask your soul. They will tell you. They will tell you, I promise. The first thing that comes through, then they're like, we just want to rest. We just don't want to talk to anybody. Good, give that to yourself. So that's the process: inquiry, inventory, and intervention. Now, I want to give you all a chance to ask any questions, because I know I just dropped a lot of info on you, but I trust that you all are hanging in there, and I know all of you are already on that path anyway, so it's exciting. It's exciting to come together in this way. But if you have any questions, let me know. I'm watching the chat, and yeah, just any questions so far before we move into
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Hi. This is Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
Hi, good morning. So I think, I liked the approach of the 3 I's. I think the one that I'm probably most struggling with, and maybe other people can commiserate, is the intervention, because I feel like all of the things that I would normally do, of course I can't, in terms of like, group yoga and group meditation. And, I've really had trouble trying to like transition to doing those things at home. And then I thought that, I would at least feel, some form of exhilaration, like going outside, but I feel just paranoid now, seeing all the masks and seeing all of like the social distancing. It just gives me, it's the thing that I used to get, exhilarated by in terms of taking walks in the park. I'm just like almost scared to death of the, of the idea. And so it just forces me to stay inside and, just sort of eat these feelings. So I don't know if you have any sort of suggestions in terms of like how to sort of push through that fear.
Yes, and thank you for mentioning that, Shannon. I hear you absolutely and empathize, because when you're used to a certain way of life and things shift, then you have to go through this whole process of recalibrating. So again, that like chaos before we organize. So maybe, and this is just maybe, this is an opportunity to, if you were too dependent on group activities and being around other people, maybe
Yes.
This is an opportunity to draw energy from within yourself and to rely on yourself and the idea that you are enough and that you have everything within you. So I'll give you some examples that have been helping me too. I also like group yoga and group meditation, but I found that there's so many opportunities to gather like this through Zoom with other people and to meditate, to do yoga, to do so many things. I mean, there's like poetry classes, dance classes, you name it. And it feels different, but it also feels like, okay, I'm now becoming more dependent on me, on my schedule, as opposed to dependent on having to go somewhere and doing something. I have to decide for myself, what do I need today? So maybe that's shifting for you. So instead of doing yoga or meditation, maybe there's something else that wants to come through. So I would say honor where you are and just give yourself what you need. And today, when we do the practice, you'll see what comes up for you. Well, thank you for asking this question.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Ailish said, when we're doing the body scan, can we start from the crown or from the feet? One is better than the other. I start from the feet up, but I don't think one is better than the other. I would say do whatever feels really good for you. Start from the middle if you want, you know, from the sides, who cares? It's your practice. But I like to start from the toes and move my way up. And because I like to think about like a seed, almost you're planting the seed and then the seed grows, but that's just my way. Sometimes I start from the crown, but we'll do the practice now together, and then I'll take some more questions after. So I want to leave enough time for the practice because yeah, yes. So again, this practice, we're going to do all three I's: inquiry, intervention, inventory, and intervention. And I'm going to show you how to draw energies from the universe and how to release energies. And we're going to be working with earth energy and universal energies. And for those of you who want, you can call your spirit guides and I'll guide you through all of that. So what I want you to do right now is get into a comfortable position. Like a seating position would be awesome. If you want to lay down, go for it. I'm going to just put some music now, that we can get in the zone together. So yeah, just get into a comfortable position. You can stretch again. Can I restate the three I's? Inquiry, inquiry, inventory, and intervention. Yeah. So that's my process again. I came up with that process. All right, so get into a comfortable position. I'll answer any questions after. You're welcome. All right. So yeah, close your eyes and tune into that energy bubble around you, your own energy field again. As you breathe through the nose and release through the mouth with a sigh, just let it go. Breathe in. And release with a sigh. So throughout this whole process, I want you to be open, to use your imagination, and to just be present with your process, with your body, with your soul. So tune into your body. Notice if you're holding any tension in your legs, your shoulders, and gently relax. Releasing the tongue, the jaw, the forehead. Letting go of any thoughts. If any thoughts come, you can acknowledge them and let them go, as if they're just flying by. Come back to your breath and your body. Remember your intention. And imagine your intention just hanging out in your energy field as you remember it, like, I'm here. Good. And now you can call upon any benevolent spirit guides if you want, or benevolent ancestors, to come and surround you and hold space for you. Imagine another beautiful light bubble surrounding your own energy bubble. It's a beautiful bubble of love and light, acting as protection, space holding. Just allow them to surround you. Good. Relax, relax, relax. Letting go of anything we talked about, anything we're about to talk about. Just be here in this moment, in this sacred space. Now I want you to tune in to your heart space. So just bring your awareness to the middle of your chest. And we're going to ask questions to your heart. And what we're going to do is step back and allow these answers to emerge, trusting in the wisdom. And if nothing emerges immediately, just give it some space. So in your heart space, ask yourself, how do I feel today? Ask yourself in your heart space, how do I feel today? And just listen, step back and listen. You can even ask, what feelings are present in my field, in my energy field today? Just notice what comes up with no judgment. Good. And now make a mental note. Like, check, got it. In this space, you're just an observer. Good. So now that you inquired, let's move into an inventory. So first ask, where in my body do I feel this energy? And you can either scan your body from your toes to your crown or from your crown to your toes. Or you can just notice what spots in your body feel heavy. Maybe you feel some tingling, some movement. Again, we're asking, where in my body do I feel this energy? Just locate these spots. Maybe some spots feel heavy or dense or light. Again, no judgment, just acknowledging what's present in this moment. Doing a quick body scan, making sure you're covering your entire body from head to toe. Covering your back, behind your neck. Beautiful. So now that you have an idea of what's going on in your body, we're going to move into intervention. And today we're going to be working with Earth energetically to release. So let's begin to imagine a grounding cord coming up from the center of the Earth, moving slowly up, passing the crystal beds, the rock formations, the Earth, and then emerging to meet you. And imagine this cord just meeting you at the base of your spine, connecting you to Earth as if it was an umbilical cord. So imagine, feel, or know this energy coming up to support you, to help you transmute any heavy energies in your field, in your body. Imagine this cord acting like a vacuum. I like to see it as this little tornado, very gentle one, pulling away anything in your body as you relax. It pulls away anything in your body that you don't need right now. So you can use your breath to send all these energies through this cord. First allowing them to emerge and be present, and then breathe them down, letting them go. Giving yourself permission to feel them so that you can release them. Good. Imagine these energies moving down to earth to be recycled and cleansed and healed and transformed into beautiful flowers or plants. Give yourself permission to release every last bit. Imagine this vacuum of energy pulling anything from your body and your energy field, circling around you and releasing, pulling anything that you're ready to release in this moment. Beautiful. Just let it go. If you want, you can take one last deep breath and take a deep sigh out. Even move your body gently, allowing yourself to let go and release even further. Good. So we're going to keep this energy cord cleansing yourself, cleansing you, and now we're going to call upon universal energies. So imagine this beautiful cloud, white cloud or white light above your head, at the top of your head. And I'd like you to visualize a stream of light coming down. Imagine this light fall, like a waterfall but made of light. These are high vibrational universal energies from the universe, from God, from Source. So visualize the stream of light coming down, cleansing away any stagnation, any heaviness, and anything you may not have picked up. Just let it all wash away. Beautiful. Imagine that you are this bridge between the earth and Source and God, the higher realms. And through your body, you get to bring the highest of vibrations to your body, through your body, down to earth. Imagine how grateful earth is. And everyone who you just made access to this energy to them as well. So just sit in this light fall, this beautiful light coming down from your crown, washing away anything in your energy field, anything in your mental body, your emotional body. Allow yourself to feel, breathe, sigh, yawn, sway, move, cry, smile. Make this an offering to you, to earth, to Source. See this as a service that you're doing for your body, for yourself, and for everyone who comes in your proximity. Allow yourself to bask. This beautiful energy filling your entire bubble with beautiful cleansing light. And now from this cloud above you, this cloud of light, I'd like you to call in the energies that you need right now to help you in your journey. So you can call in love, call in joy, call in peace, call in abundance. Imagine that everything is available to you here and you can call in anything that you need. Call in prosperity, call in healing, clarity, joy. And just imagine or feel or know that these energies are just coming in and surrounding you and filling your energy bubble with these energies that you call in for. Good. And now let's call in your own authentic energy back. So imagine energy that you may have given out, knowingly or unknowingly. Let's call it back so you can repeat in your mind. I am calling my energy back from all times and all spaces, clean and clear, into my body now. I call all my energy back, clean and clear, to my body now. I call all my power back that I have given away knowingly or unknowingly into my body now. And just feel it all coming. Filling your field with your own authentic energy. Beautiful. And now that you're feeling full, you can send your love and your light to anybody who needs it without breaking their boundaries if they don't want it. So imagine you're sending your love and your light to anybody who needs it. Perhaps a family member, a parent. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, whether they're here or they're in a different embodiment. Maybe send your love and your light to the whole planet, to everyone here in this call, to each other, to yourself, to your soul, to your inner child, to your future self. Beautiful. And now let's give gratitude to yourselves, to each other, to the earth for supporting us, to universal energies for filling us, to everyone here, everyone listening for holding space together in this way. Know that we've done some amazing, powerful energy work in just 20 minutes. And that this is always available to you. Now I'd like you to set an intention for what's to come. Let yourself dream big. Good. And now take one last deep breath, the deepest one yet. And release that intention out to the universe. Good. Now bring some movement to your body, a gentle sway. Swaying your back, your spine, your neck. And allow yourself to move your body stretching and taking up space in your field. Perhaps you want to stretch your arms and stroke your energy field again. Just smile. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Let me check out your questions. So this is the time where I take questions. I'll hang out for another 15 minutes. So Jessica asked, any tips for releasing tension in the neck specifically? Yeah, you could try just doing neck exercises, like maybe half moons or full. The thing is consistency, Jessica. Do it at least 3 times a day, every day. Stephanie, wow, in tears, freedom. Beautiful, Stephanie, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing the work. You're welcome, sister. You're welcome, Aliyah. I appreciate you. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And know that this is a practice. Thank you. You are dope too. Thank you, Lorraine. Many blessings. Awesome. Yes. This is a practice and you get to make it your own. And we did a lot today in just 20 minutes and you can see how your energy can shift. So imagine doing a lot of these practices throughout the day. You'll be able to keep your energy consistent for a long, long time. Yes, somebody asked, Kanye, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. How can we follow you on social media? Yes, I am on IG and YouTube, specifically IG. That's where I'm most active at I See You Well. I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to be launching some exciting things in a couple of weeks, so stay tuned. Stay tuned for us to do more of these practices together on a consistent level, because I realize that it's really good to do one thing and one day and feel amazing, but then how about every day? And so it's important to keep it up. And even if you don't feel anything, even if you didn't feel much shift, it's all about consistency. Karen says, any tips on how I can stop myself and reset when I find myself in the middle of a downward spiral? You said it, Karen. You stop yourself when you become aware, because sometimes you don't realize. I mean, I don't realize until I'm like way down. I'm like, oh wait, how did I get here? Wait, why am I here? So my YouTube is I See You Wellness. Just look at I See You Wellness. So sometimes I'm like, oh wow, I went way down the rabbit hole. I just fell asleep. And that's totally cool. But like the second you notice, you're like, okay, cool, I fell asleep. Okay, no problem. I just need to like reshuffle. So I like to go to meditate or like listen to my teacher or mentor or something high vibrational to get me back into the flow, or like take a bath or go to my toolbox. But yeah, we go down all the time. And I want to give you a little tip on what it means to go down, the way I see it. When you go down, it's not bad. What you're doing is you're literally rescuing an older version of yourself that is in that space. So there is a version of yourself that might be in fear or anger. And when you go down, it's not bad. You're literally just rescuing that version. And by going down and then doing something to shift your vibration, you're taking that version with you up. So don't beat yourself up if you go down. It's fine to go down. Just remember that you can always go back up. And you go up and down, up and down. That is life. But it doesn't have to last for months. It can, it can be within a day. So what used to be a month will become 2 weeks, will become a week, and then will become minutes. So this is what this practice is beautiful. Okay, let's see. Questions. Funny enough, I have your business card on my bookshelf because it's a nice card. Oh, I love it. I looked at it the other day and had no idea I would be in session with you today. Look at that. I love how these connections happen. I always have the most amazing connections at Weeksville or with anything that has to do with Weeksville. Fun fact, my very first, yes, affirmations, my very first event ever that I came out as I See You Wellness was at Weeksville Heritage Center in 2017. It was for a self-care festival. It was the first time I'm like, I'm doing this. This is happening. And I had quit 3 months before. And when I was at Weeksville, I knew in my heart that I was going to be back. I knew something was going to happen with Weeksville. And literally a year later, we had our Zen Day Community Wellness Conference there. And then the following year. So it's just, it's all divine. You're so welcome, Karen. Love you. Love the visuals. Really helped how you can see, yes, to get into that space. Absolutely. I love visuals too. I'm like, I need to see how this works so I can put in my head. So hopefully I'll be creating some more visuals. I did not create those visuals. Those are from different books and David Hawkins' work. So I'll be creating some other visuals based on my how I do it. But again, there's not one way. There's all the ways, and you can try them and see what works for you. I feel empowered to finally tap into my power, my greatness. Wonderful. Yes, you are powerful, Shannon. You got this. And be sure that this time for you is a time of healing, of deep transformation. It's for all of us. It's for all of us. So know that in your heart. I'm going to see if anyone has any raised hands. If anybody wants to come on camera, feel free. If you want to keep asking me on the chat, I'll hang around for another 5-10 minutes, however long, without infringing upon the next session. So if not, let's see. So much as much as some of us are realizing the contrasting healing energy of this time, it also seems that the contrast of hate is still working overtime. Oh yeah, for sure. Hate and fear are accelerating right now. And I personally believe that it's because we have so much opportunity to transcend and be in peace. So every time a bunch of us are able to transcend and be at peace and heal, these other energies are coming to kind of push us down. And we know this energetically and intuitively. So it's important to honor where you are and how you feel, but just not think that that's the only reality available to you. That's definitely a reality that's available. It's the mainstream reality. But we are here creating our own reality for you, for your family, for you first, your bubble, for your family, for your community, and for all of us as a whole. But you start right here first. So yes, hate is working overtime, and let hate work overtime. We're going to be here chilling. We're not working overtime.
And loving.
Awesome, awesome. We'll allow questions until 12:20. Thank you, Weeksville. Thank you. As an empath, it's hard to watch the suffering. Yes, the empath is a whole other thing. The empath is a whole other thing. And, my teacher says it's time to retire as an empath. That's all.
Sorry,
I don't know who's unmuted, but your laugh is hilarious. Karen, let me see if there are any hands raised. No hands raised. Well, I'll tell you how to find me. I am on icuwellness.com. I'm going to type it here. I'm also pretty active on Instagram. I don't have like I consistently post something. I post based on what I feel, based on spirit. So I give spirit messages. I do energy updates every week. On Mondays, I do free energy updates, letting people know what's going on in the collective, how to work with the energies based on what I feel with my own guides. So I also offer virtual gatherings, sound baths, virtual sound baths, workshops, all kinds of stuff. And there's going to be some new things coming up soon. I don't know when, but I'm hoping next couple of weeks. So we'll see. Is it safe to do these practices while at work? Yeah, yes, of course. I mean, you can do them at work, but like if you're in a meeting and people are around you, it's probably going to be a little difficult to do that. But you can definitely put your bubble on at work and be like, this is my bubble. I'm staying in my bubble. Just visualize your bubble. If you feel like you're enmeshing too much with other people, totally safe to do that at work. Now, if you're at work and feel like, well, obviously you're working remotely, but when I used to work in an office, I literally would have to go out, leave the office multiple times a day to just align my energy. And then I would come back and it would be like, go down the rabbit hole again, come back out, get my energy right, go down the rabbit hole again. It's like, oh my God. And then I realized this isn't me, this is the work. And I had to leave. But you can definitely do this practice work. I used to go to the bathroom and just align my energy. So yes, do them everywhere, anytime. I feel you, Leah. Same feeling about watching the suffering. That's why I rarely watch the news and go on social media, and I feel guilty about disconnecting. Yet I know that it's what I need to do. How do I stop the guilt? Raise your vibration. As you saw in that thing, guilt and shame are the lowest. For me, guilt and shame have no purpose. Like, you're literally contracted. So see it, but then somebody had said that guilt is being guilty is overly focused on you. It's like you're overly focused on you. I don't know how to explain that. Shame and guilt, it's like you're too focused on you. Let it, this isn't about you. It's like, it's happening, yes, but right now, what can you do to raise your vibration so you can actually do something about it? Because being in guilt is really doing nothing about nothing. You're not helping you, you're not helping anyone. So while yes, honor it, what can you do to become more helpful to the world? So we have 1 minute left, and I just want to say thank you all so much. This has been so much fun and a pleasure to serve you all in this way. I'm going to put gallery view so I can see if I can see your faces. Hi, Kat. Oh, I see some faces. Hey. Thank you all so much for being here. Hi. Love y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And hopefully I'll catch you. Thank you.